Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon. Hope everybody's having a great day. I know I am. And a lot of great stuff going on here at American Classic Agency. And I just want to share some of it with you here today. On my Live at 5, my name is Anthony Stewart. I'm currently the president of American Classic Agency. And going on my third year and having the time of my life. I don't know of anything else I'd rather be doing, and that's the honest to goodness truth. So people always ask me, when you going to retire? I said, and do what? I'm having a great time right now. How you doing, Tabitha? How you doing, Maria? Retiring, I'm not even thinking about retiring. Retirement is something that you want to retire from. Doing this business when you're self-employed is something you want to retire to. That's a difference. That's a difference. So no, I'm not slowing down. I don't feel no ways tired, as the songwriter says. So I'm having a good time. But anyway, I have a very interesting topic for you today. But before I get into it, there are a few other announcements I want to tell you about what's going on here at ACA. We got some wonderful events coming up. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss these events. If you're in the DMV and you're not doing anything on Saturday morning, well, even if you are doing something, you need to meet the women of ACA at the Harborside Hotel on Saturday morning at 8:30. But you got to register, though. You got to register. You can go to our website, www.aclassic.com, or you could go on Barbara Bocavage Facebook page, Debbie Short, my Facebook page. There's a lot of folks that are promoting this event. The last I heard, there were 350 women registered. And I think the registration cuts off, it could be today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. How you doing, Eugene? Hey, Aubrey, how you doing? So you don't want to miss this event Saturday in Oxon Hill, Maryland at the Harborside Hotel. Pensacola, Florida. Man, we got Irvin Bird, Darnell Moat, Courtney Ruffin, and Troy Holt. They're doing an event with debt elimination, tax-free retirement in Pensacola, Florida. I don't have the address right in front of me, but look up Courtney Ruffin, Troy Holt on Facebook, and I'm sure that flyer is posted somewhere. So we all over the place at ACA. We're trying to help everybody everywhere. So it doesn't really matter where you live. So if you're close to Georgia, you're 2 hours away, I promise you, you will thank me for going to either one of these events that we got coming up this Saturday. But then again, on April the 6th, we're having our second annual Women of Excellence Day right at our national headquarters at 7375 Executive Place, Suite 300 in Lanham, Maryland. We have our top producer of 2023, Miss LaVacia Davis is flying in from Atlanta, Georgia. The first woman in 7 years to become the top producer here at American Classic Agency. Then we got LaToya Jackson flying in from Georgia. Saran Baker, local, she's going to be our host, man. Saran knows how to rally up a room. And then we have Sharice Richards here in Maryland. And then we have Gina Pryor. You talking about some powerhouses. You do not want to miss this event on April the 6th, right? So the first 150 women that register, this is all for women. So guys, if you're listening, send your wife, your girlfriend, your mother, your aunt, your niece, somebody. You got to get them here. And then our special guest is going to be Dr. Jazz, Reverend Dr. Jasmine Scurlock. She's going to give our invocation and give us some inspiring words. So you don't want to miss April the 6th here in Lanham, Maryland. But also, for the first time in Atlanta, Georgia, Women's Wellness and Wealth event. And I think it's in, I can't remember, the JW Marriott in Buckhead in Atlanta, Georgia on April 20th. You don't want to miss this event. I will be there to open up that meeting. So you don't want to miss this event. The last I checked, we had over 120 women registered for this event. So we have a lot of good stuff going on here at ACA. And if you know of anybody that's looking for additional income or career change, have them give us a call at 301-794-4290. Doesn't matter where you're located. we can partner you with one of our representatives and one of our business partners. So my topic today is something different. I never did this topic before. Hey, Kalinda, Rena, Pam, how are y'all doing? When people work their whole life, and they retire, they have what we call the paycheck. You know what I mean? The issue with that is most Americans try to make that paycheck do everything. Pay all your bills, because most people retire, they still have debt. They still have a mortgage. They still have a car note in most cases. I know there are a few exemptions, but if you look at the overall picture, when people retire, they still have debt. They still have bills. So that paycheck normally just pays the bills. In a lot of cases, there's not a whole lot left over after that. So what I've been experiencing in my 20 plus years, people say, well, daggone, Anthony, I see this tax-free stuff you're talking about, but is it too late for me now? I'm 50, 52, 53 years old. I mean, I've been funding my tax qualified plan at work all these years, and this is all I got. You know what I mean? So is it too late for me? And my answer to that is no. And the reason why I say that, because we're living longer now. We're living longer now. So what we don't want to do is put ourselves in a position where we run out of money. So it might be too late to accumulate $800, $900, or maybe even $1 million if you're already in your early 50s. You plan on working till your late 60s. But there is enough time for you to create what we call a playcheck. And what's your playcheck? Well, if you just found out about how you could design an income stream that you could never outlive using this phenomenal vehicle called permanent life insurance, and you're just hearing about it in your late 40s, early 50s, mid 50s, and you think it's too late, right? It's not too late. You still have time to create your playcheck. What's my playcheck, Anthony? I'm so glad you asked. That playcheck, right? You got your paycheck. You've done what you're going to do, and you can't change that. But this playcheck, this is the fun money. This is our Las Vegas money. This is our shopping spree money. This is our cruise money. You still need time for that, because once you retire, you got more time to be thinking about fun. Every day is Saturday when you retire, right? So we got to create that playcheck. Whereas, okay, if I know I'm going on vacation twice a year, this is where this money's coming from, not my regular paycheck money, my 401k or my pension or whatever. But let's create that playcheck, a separate program just for your recreational activities. Man, I'm telling you, I mean, a light bulb goes off. You got your paycheck, but what's going on with our playcheck? Everybody needs a playcheck. It would be a shame to go to work 35, 40 years and don't have any fun at retirement. Well, you can't have fun unless you had the money. So the playcheck is what I'm talking about, how to create that playcheck. And I don't know if there's anybody that does not want a playcheck. So let's talk about how do we get the playcheck. Well, first of all, we have to stop transferring our wealth. We are throwing away a lot of our wealth. Let me just kind of give you a couple of examples. I listen to it all the time. Oh, I'm overpaying on my mortgage. I'm trying to hurry up and pay my house off. Right? We're throwing away our wealth, because once we take that money out of our bank and we send to a lender, we've eliminated any chance of that money earning any interest. Think about that. If you're paying an extra $12,000 a year towards paying off your mortgage, that means that money is not earning any interest. That money is gone forever. But just imagine if you save that $12,000 a year in an account that just gave you 4% over 20 years. Think about, that's what you call opportunity cost that we didn't get if we keep overpaying on debt. So stop overpaying your mortgage. Talk to a representative at American Classic Agency, and we can show you how you can start creating a paycheck by not overpaying on not just your mortgage, but all debt. But I just use mortgage as an example, right? So that's one way to start directing money into a permanent life insurance policy. We're talking about life insurance here. And not just, you can't do it with a CD. You can't do it with a money market account. You can't do it with a savings account. You can't do it with that, because you are paying taxes on those vehicles every year. I'm talking about something that you can access on a tax-free basis that has a shell of protection around it, which is a tax-free death benefit. So where's another source where I could fund my Playcheck? Well, if you're overfunding your tax qualified plan at work that's not being matched, that money is not being matched, and you're pouring money into a bucket that you got to share with the government. The strange thing is we don't know how much it is that we're going to have to share with the government. Who can tell me what their future tax rate is going to be when you retire? Most people think they're going to be in a lower tax bracket. That's normally not the case, right? I know several people that worked in the government 30, 40 years, came out, went back as a contractor, or started their own company, went back making more money than what they were when they were working at the government. I've seen that happen so many times over the years. So stop overfunding your tax qualified plan at work, whether it's a 401k, 403b, 457, TSP, and use that money to create your Playcheck in a tax-free bucket. The government has given us special tax laws, right? I don't have time to get into tax laws today. Maybe that's another call. So that's source number 2. Source number 3, any money that you're systematically putting in your bank or credit union or CD money market account, that money can be used because we're getting, 0.2% interest or something like that, not even 1%. So if you know the rule of 72, if it took 1% divided into 72, that means it's going to take 72 years for your money to double. I don't think any of us has 72 years to wait for our money to double. So if we're getting less than 1%, we're talking over 100 years for our money to double. But in this Playcheck plan, this Playcheck policy, with a guaranteed interest rate in some cases, at least 3%, right? But creating a Playcheck, that's the ultimate goal, to have that Playcheck. Yeah, I think people worry about what they're going to miss a lot of times as opposed to what they could gain. Start thinking about, what am I doing to create my Playcheck, right? So that's source number 3. Source number 4, think about all the money we waste. Majority of the people I talk to, I don't care what their income level is, whether they make $20,000 a year, $200,000 or $2 million a year, everybody's throwing away at least $100 a week. 99% of the folks are doing that. Just imagine if they took half of that and started creating a Playcheck so that they can go to cruises whenever they want, they can go shopping wherever they want, they can just do the things that they want to do with their Playcheck. You know what I mean? And this Playcheck doesn't have to be $3,000, $4,000 a month. A Playcheck could really just be $1,800 to $1,000 a month. I mean, how much golfing are we going to do with a Playcheck? So don't frown on because it may not be enough to pay all your bills, but that Playcheck is important. You know that money's coming, or you have access to it with no questions asked. Another source is college funding, right? How are we funding college? There are other ways to do it other than the 529. But a big one is this: major purchases. How are we funding a wedding? How are we paying for a car? I see it all the time where I pay for my car in cash. Well, before I got educated, I used to think that was a good thing to do too. Now you don't have a car note. But if I took $40,000 out of my bank and gave it to a lender, that's $40,000 that did not get a chance of earning interest. So again, at an interest rate of 3% over 20 years, look what that $40,000 could have grown to. But because I gave it to a lender, I don't have a car note, but I don't have $40,000 either. And I also don't have the interest I could have earned on that $40,000. So we could take that money, instead of paying everything in lump sums and all that, finance it over time and use that additional money to create your Playcheck. You'll thank me for this when you're 70 years old and you can play golf whenever you want. You can go on your cruise whenever you want because you took the time to create that Playcheck. Here's the rule. You never drain a future asset to support a current lifestyle expense, right? You never never drain a future asset, something that you could get down the road to fund a current lifestyle expense, right? And when we pay cash, lump sums of cash for stuff, that's exactly what we're doing, and we'll eliminate our chance of getting that Playcheck. And then the last but not least, we're paying too much in taxes, right? I mean, we're just taxes, and more taxes. You know, we're paying taxes on everything. And if we are not careful, most Americans, because they use their tax qualified plan at work as their main retirement vehicle, you could end up even paying taxes on your Social Security, right? That's called provisional income. We'll save that for another call at another day. But anyway, I hope somebody got something out of the day. Let's start thinking about that Playcheck. You already got your paycheck. At least I hope so. But let's think about that Playcheck. That's that fun money that we work so hard for so many years so that we can have some fun during our retirement years. So thank you all for joining me today. Next Tuesday, I think that's the 25th, I believe. I'm hoping to have one of the ladies that are on the agenda for the Women of Excellence Day on with me next Tuesday at 5 o'clock so we can share and promote that event. But again, if you're in the area this Saturday and you're a female, you need to be over the Harborside Hotel to listen to these phenomenal women of ACA with their Women's Wellness and Wealth event. Thank you all for your time. I'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Have a great day, everybody.